Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about the transit moon in Scorpio. Well, when the moon transits Scorpio, this could be a period of very extreme and strong emotional energy collectively. This could be a time where you look at this, the moon is making its transition from the moon in Libra, where the moon in Libra was really about being tactful, diplomatic, not wanting to make waves, where Scorpio is not afraid to do so. Scorpio is more inclined to take action and is not afraid to terminate or end something such as a relationship. This could be a time where you might go through maybe some kind of figurative death of something, which could, as I stated before, be a relationship, could be the end of a business connection, for example, maybe even a friendship, or maybe just doing something that you felt was unhealthy for you in some way, shape, or form. Now, this is a period, too, when the moon transits Scorpio. This is a time where you might be looking at others and trying to decipher their motives, their intentions, and really may have a better chance of being able to do so during this time, as Scorpio is a sign that could be very investigative and likes to get to the heart of matters, the bottom of things, and is usually proficient in doing so. So somebody at this time has pulled the wool over your eyes and you weren't really quite cognizant of it. This could be the time where you may be more aware of it. You may have been suspicious before maybe the moon entered Scorpio that maybe something was going on that wasn't kosher with somebody, but this might be the time where you're apt to decide to investigate it extensively. If you're looking for like a person's character, for example, or trying to find out something about that, you might go on the internet and search persistently, for example. And this is really about this is a time too where you might be more inclined to want to solve conundrums or mysteries, and maybe even do so with some kind of enjoyment connected with it. It could be like playing a game connected with this, such as Clue or Sleuth. They even have a game, Clue out, I believe, that's connected with the supernatural, and that's actually based on the series Supernatural. It is actually, it's not I believe, it's that I know that it is my mistake on that. But there is a game called that, Clue, and it's the Supernatural edition based on the TV series Supernatural. So it could be things connected with that, and doing things like maybe going to a horror show, doing something connected with mystery, the supernatural. This might be a period where you may be more attuned to astrology, the occult, supernatural subjects, things connected with horror. And this could be a time too where you might even be a little bit more interested in a subject like psychology. And the thing about it is, you might during this time when the moon transits Scorpio, this is a time where you might really look deep into things. And during this period, things that are frivolous or superficial, you may strongly disdain. And it could be things that you might discard and do away with. Now, this is also a period where when you have this transit in Scorpio, it can be very emotionally intense, to say the least. And this could be a time where you might feel things a little bit stronger than usual, and things might really hit home to you. And really, this is also a period too, when you have this transit, this could be really about really taking away things that are no longer really that are not significant in your life, that are not essential to you. And this could also be a time where you might become more enamored with a subject, like the subject of death. Scorpio is the sign associated with this, and it could also be a period where Others' resources might figure in a little bit more prominently. I mean, the moon on average only transits a sign for about 2 1/3 days as far as the average time. So there can be maybe a little metamorphosis that you might make during this period. It may not be a major one due to the time that the moon traverses a sign, but it could be a time where you might make some kind of maybe a minor change in your life, some kind of transformation that might not be really that big, but it can be something. And anyway, also I think it's important during this transit to try to avoid feelings of being bitter, being angry at somebody, being vengeful or vindictive. You might feel more maybe at this time, as far as those feelings, you might be thinking about something that somebody did some time ago and maybe want to get at them and get revenge. And this could be more of an inclination toward this with the moon being in Scorpio. And also it's about when the moon transits a sign, it's about what we might feel our emotional, it's about perhaps the emotional needs at that time. So really, when you look at this could be also Scorpio is connected with sex, and you might feel a little bit more erotic and maybe more sexual during this time than usual, and it might be a little more of an emotional need because that is what the moon is about. And anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for the transit moon in Scorpio, and stay tuned next time where I'll be talking about the transit moon in Sagittarius. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.